Welcome to another video here from my side. It's been a long time, thanks to the lockdown. No fights been going on. Fights are back now here in Thailand. Muay Thai fights have been back for a few weeks now, all with preventive measures like they wearing face masks, not face shields and masks and so on, not for the fights themselves, of course, but for anything leading up, similar to what the UFC is doing now. But all the big fight promotions are back on here in Thailand. Now, One Championship is also starting again on July 31st with a pretty impressive card, especially if you're not only into MMA but into Muay Thai or kickboxing. All fighters that are based in Thailand, not necessarily always Thais, but fighters that are based here right now or that are training out of Thailand, and that's why they can take on those fights. I'm only going to quickly go through the main card here. Simply because, well, as always, otherwise it would take forever. Plus, we're not that familiar, I think, with the prelims. So let's look at like those main card fights because they are, from a Muay Thai kickboxing perspective, pretty cool. The first fight on the card is, and I hope again I'm not screwing anything up here, Petchdam. If you recognize the name, the last name, it's the same gym that Rodtang fights out of. Rodtang later on in the main event, of course. He faces Superlek Kiatbogao. It's also a pretty famous gym, having like lots of superstars coming out there of all of this gym. I've seen Superlek a few times, rather impressed. For Panthak, I've only seen him on TV, to be honest. But obviously it was rather impressive, otherwise one wouldn't have said, hey, you guys are fighting now. I would give the edge here to Superlek, but only because it was so impressive seeing him live. Other than that, I think this should be rather interesting based on what I've seen live as well as on TV. They're not holding back that much, if I remember that correctly. So this shouldn't be like your typical Lumpini Stadium fight. It should be rather something that promises a nice start to the main card, so that there should be something to look forward to. Also, when we're looking at the next fight, I'm saying weight because it's a catchweight fight, where we see Mark Fairtex Abelardo, who's fighting out of New Zealand in the Philippines, facing Fabrício Andrade from Brazil. And Mark has been fighting for one quite a few times already. I'm stuttering a little because I try to remember the last fight that I saw of Andrade. To be quite fair, I only have all the Mark fights in my head right now that I watched because he was fighting quite frequently, I believe. He had an exciting style as well. So, but the fights I remember weren't that successful for him, unfortunately. Nevertheless, I think in this case, because simply I can't really remember any Andrade fights, I'm very sorry about this, I would give it to Mark. If Andrade proves me wrong, I'm all for it. So looking forward to this as well. The next fight on the card now is a very interesting one because Stamp is back. It means lots of dancing when she comes to the ring. Lots of dancing there, lots of smiles, and everything is awesome. So it's an atomweight fight, and Stamp is fighting Sunisa Srisen. Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure what the goal is here. I mean, the goal is to get Stamp back into the win column after she lost to Janet Todd, I believe. So I'm simply guessing that that's what they're doing here. No disrespect to Sunisa, who I unfortunately haven't seen before live. I mean, her record reads okay, obviously, but I haven't seen her fighting live, so this is going to be the first time. We all know Stamp. We all know that she has like the rocket strapped to her back, three category champion and so on for one. So that's what she wants to be. So I think that's just after the loss to Janet Todd, they are trying to get her back on into the win column. And again, no disrespect, I think that's what's going to happen here. Then let's look at a featherweight kickboxing fight. Surprisingly, it's not a Muay Thai fight, so it's a kickboxing fight, which means that no elbows, knees, and so on, only like a short clinch. allowed. Between City Chai, Sitsong Pinong, so City Chai is rather well known, I believe, versus Superbon. And Superbon, he used to fight with the moniker of this gym as well, which was the Banchamek gym, that also made Buakau famous back then, but now he only goes by the moniker Superbon. Um, I've seen Superbon also a few times fighting live here in Thailand, also never that successful. When I watched him live, maybe it was me bringing some negative spirits in there. City Chai, not the youngest anymore, but rather famous for like lots of wars that he's been into, like some real wars. If you Google City Chai or YouTube City Chai, you will see some hardcore fights there. I still think that Superborn, he's like 24, 25 or something, I believe, is one that the Thai Muay Thai community is kind of behind, or at least the promotions are behind him. So I saw him fighting for Kunlun, Kanlang, however you pronounce it, and they tried to hype him up as like the next Buakau. Some international media also like next Buakau or Buakau and new Buakau in the making and so on. But City Chai is no one to take lightly. Again, check it out on YouTube. So this, if Superbon improved, and I've seen him like the last time I've seen him like 2 years ago or something, to be fair, like in live. Otherwise, I only watch also those YouTube videos and so on. I would say City Chai got this probably. He's the veteran here, and usually I'm wrong when I pick veterans, but in this case I still go with the veteran. Maybe it's also because I'm getting older, but I give the edge here to City Chai and taking the win home for Sitsong Pinong Gym. Alright, then we have 2 fights left. So the co-main featherweight Muay Thai World Championship bout between Petchmorakot, fighting out of Petchdam Academy, and he's facing the myth, the legend, Yodsanklai Fairtex. So this is hard for me because hard says Yod simply because of all the bouts that he's been into, all the fights he had with all those legends, the fights he had with John Wayne Parr. We had this interview like a long time here on the channel, on the website on mythai.org, with John Wayne Parr, and he's talking about like those kicks by Yodsanklai. So that was very interesting, and I mean, just knowing what he's been through and that he actually retired and then came back when one said, "Hey, we want you to fight again." It's just like I want him to win. I want him to be a champion in one championship. But then again, Petchmorakot is just next level, and he's really good. He's really fast. Like all the guys from Petchdam seem to be like super fast with the kicks. I mean, Yodsanklai's left kick, if he connects, then it's over, obviously. But I'm hoping Yod. I'm guessing Petcmorakot. Yeah, let's leave it with this. You got this, Yod. I made the best man win, obviously. So again, hoping Yod. I think Petcmorakot got this though. And then the main event, flyweight Muay Thai World Championship. It's Rodtang Chitmongnon. You remember the name that I mentioned in the beginning, versus Petchdam Petchdam Academy, the next Petchdam fighter. So you can see Petchdam right now on a roll with the fighters, doing a really good job there. If you're looking for a gym to train in Thailand, check out Petchdam Academy. I think they're doing a really good job right now. It's a really cool place, not in the center of Bangkok, so less distraction, but very, very well maintained, cool people there, cool coaches, amazing fighters, obviously. So Petchdam, the second Petchdam fighter on the card, and of course the, I guess, most famous one, because he also has like a very elaborate entrance. He's always dancing. His nickname is Baby Shark for some reason, and he's probably gonna come in with some colored hair again, with a fancy, colorful pants, with maybe a mask or whatever. Gonna dance around. You think, what is this weirdo doing? And then he's just connecting with his kicks, because he's also really fast. And this is gonna be a fight. I mean, Rodtang as the champion. I mean, if you just watched, if you don't know Rodtang, just watch the last few fights with Jonathan Haggerty in one championship, it was also kind of impressive. So Rodtang is, I don't want to say unlike other Thai fighters, but kind of, his entrances are also a bit more elaborate once in a while. Let's see what he's going to do this time. Like the Iron Man is his moniker. and he lives by that. So he might not be the most technical, but he's got this hulking up like Hulk Hogan, if you remember that back then in WWF times. He would then just hike up and hit himself, and Rodtang is just the same thing. He's just hitting his face, and then it's like, okay, let's go, and he kind of like draws the line in the sand, and then he's not moving away anymore. Um, this works often because apparently he's very good at like taking shots and giving harder shots back. Petchdam, however, I'm not sure if he's going to play that game. I think Petchdam is more focusing on like evading those hard shots by Rodtang, and then just trying to counter with his fast kicks. Problem that I see here is um, that the last time when Petchdam had a chance to win a title, he sorry there, when he had the chance to win a title, he kind of, I don't want to say joked, because I mean that's on a big stage you don't joke, but he just couldn't switch in the next gear. He was like doing his pet dump thing, but he just couldn't switch in a higher gear. For Rodtang, it looked like when he had trouble with Haggerty, he was like, okay, I have to dig deeper, and let's just do it now. Um, Plus, if he loses and he comes home without the belt, he probably gets beat up by Stamp, because they're a couple. So, hard call. I really, in this case, I don't have any favorites. I really hope just the best man wins. There should be a great fight though as well. I'm really excited for that. I can't wait to watch that. So if you're into Muay Thai, this is like an amazing card that one puts on here. Uh, I'm often like want to criticize this one a little bit for several reasons, but this card is pretty awesome, and I can't wait to actually see what's happening there. I still keep looking just to see if I don't if I didn't forget anything. But yeah, that's the main card. Really looking forward to seeing this, and then breaking it down later on, and see that I was wrong again, because I'm always wrong. So if you're betting on anything, betting is not allowed in Thailand, just saying. But if you're betting on betting on anything, take those picks that I didn't take, because I'm always wrong. So again, just to quickly going through this, I think in the first bout of the main card, Super Leg takes it. I then think in a catch weight at 67 kilos, oh my god, I'm fat. I think Mark takes it. The atom weight bout, the only women bout, it looks like it to me. Stamp takes that. Featherweight kickboxing, I think City Chai, the veteran, takes it over Superbon. Then the featherweight Muay Thai World Championship, I think, I hope Yod takes it. I have the feeling Petchmorakot takes it. And for the main event flyweight Muay Thai World Championship, I do think that Rodtang powers through somehow. But here, no favorites there. Really looking forward to seeing a great fight there, and simply hoping that it's going to be really entertaining, and may the best man win. All right, that's it. Nice to be back. Still working on the again, another new studio here for my Thai org videos. So coming soon from a different setting, or like a more improved setting. Also still kind of trying to find a way to do videos as cool as Uncle Chael, maybe from the sofa in the back. Let's see what we're going to do in the future. But nice to be back, and stay tuned, because like everybody else, we're also starting a podcast. I'll see you then, and enjoy the fights. Let me know what you think, and yeah, see you soon.